Hello guys and welcome back. Today we're going to look into error handling. Now what that means is when an error happens, we may want to do something specific. Like if for example someone doesn't have a required role to use a command, then an error is going to occur and maybe we want to say something like, hey, you don't have the requirement um, roles or something like that. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, I have already created all the cogs. Like I have moved all the commands from here to a fun command and a learning. But if your naming is different or anything like that, it really shouldn't matter. So I have kept the reload command here and also the change presence task. The problem with tasks, background tasks, is that if you put it in a cog and you try to reload that cog, well, yeah, it is going to be reloaded, but the background task is not going to stop. What that means is that there will be two background tasks running at the same time, which may lead to problems. So let's get started with the error handling. Now on events, we're going to do a new event. So let's create a new event. So async define on command error. And this event takes self since it's in a class, ctx, and the error. Okay, so this is going to trigger every time there is an error in a command. So yeah, now what we want to do here is if is instance the error of something else. So command dot something, and let me actually type this. So check error. This is what we will be doing first. So failure. So if there is a fail in the checks, this means that if someone doesn't have the requirement permissions, right? So this is a check. And if an error occurs here, well, it's going to be called by this one, if statement. Now, if you don't know what is instance does, it's basically if this thing is an instance of this second thing. Okay, so for example, let me bring up that. Let's check if 5 is an integer. So if is instance 5 comma integer, it returns true, while if we do string, it returns false. All right, so if the error is a command dot check failure, it's going to return true. And what we want it to do is send a message. So await ctx.send, and you don't have the permission to do that. Okay. Now, let's also, I don't know, let's check if the command actually exists or not. So if is instance, like before, error, comma, command dot uh, command not found. Right, so if the command is not found, we want to say, so ctx.send, uh, this is not a command. Now, in case you're wondering where I'm getting this from, well, of course, it's the documentation. If you go here and scroll down to extensions, you can find error handling, or actually errors. And if you click on it, it's going to give you the full list of errors. So for example, a conversion error, a command error, a bad argument, a bad union argument, check failure, etc., etc. So, and after all these are done, we want to erase the error so we can see what happened and fix it if it's our fault. Um, Now, what if we want to target a specific command? Well, this here is not going to work because it will capture every error for every command that we have. Okay, but what if we want to check for errors specifically for our clear command? Well, it's very easy to do that. Under our command definition, under our command, we want to make a header, a decorator that's going to be at clear dot error. Now, this is the name of the command that we are targeting, so the clear command. If we want to do something for the ban command, we would do at ban dot error. Okay, so at clear dot error, async define clear error, and this takes cell, ctx, and the error again, just like before. Now, and again, if is instance the error of, let's say, commands dot missing require required required argument. So if you remember, this takes an amount, and if we don't specify an amount, an error is going to occur, the missing required argument error. So if this happens, then await ctx dot send, you need to specify an amount. Okay, and let's also do another check. So if is instance error comma commands dot let's do bad argument. What that does, what bad argument is, it's basically, well, this takes an integer if we say a letter. So if we do R, for example, this is going to be a bad argument. So bad argument, await ctx dot send, give an integer. Integer. Is that how you spell that? I think. Anyways, and after all of that, we want to erase the error so we can see it again. Uh, let's see if everything's okay. So let's run it and let's see what did we do. So the first thing that we're going to do is check failure. Now I'm the owner of that server, so of course I'm going to have all the permissions. So let me use this account and try to clear some messages. So clear 10 messages. Yes. Should say that I don't have the permission. Oh, yeah, of course, it doesn't say that. I'm sorry. Well, we made a specific handler for the clear command, and it doesn't have uh, this situation, the case that the user doesn't have the permission. So let me try to ban someone, not from here. So it's going to say that, and then, yep, you don't have the permission to do that. And okay, let's also try to say a command that doesn't exist. So I don't know, just some random letters. This is not a command. And if we also do clear without specifying a number, you need to specify an amount, and clear with R, give an integer. Actually, yeah. Anyways, mm, let's see. I guess we can copy paste that error into here. Okay, so we can have it, and also it's integer, I think. Anyways, um, yeah, and that should be a pretty basic error handling. You can, of course, do a lot more things. You saw all the errors that exist right here. Uh, you can do the same. Yeah, you can do that for like every command, but there's no reason to do that. Just just have a general handler, and then if you want to do something specific for some specific um, commands, then do it like that. Anyways, I think that's enough for today. If you have any errors, if you have any troubles, you can always just come and ask right here at progress. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.